Calorie counting is something that seems to go hand in hand with weight loss. It seems like the logical thing to do. When you eat more calories than you burn, you gain weight. So counting calories should help you eat fewer calories and lose weight. It makes sense, follows logic. The thing is, calorie counting a lot of the time does not work in the long run. If you want to find out why calorie counting tends to not work in the long run and why in fact it may be harmful to you and what the alternatives are, keep watching. Hi and welcome back. My name is Dr. Fiona Roche. Today we're going to be talking about calorie counting, the good, the bad and the ugly. And we're also going to explore healthier things that you can do to ensure sustained weight loss over time. Calorie counting is based on the premise that energy expenditure must outweigh fuel consumption in order to translate to weight loss. Although there is some truth to the process, calorie counting is in fact not best practice, and it has been found to be counterproductive to weight loss in a number of ways. Number 1. Calorie counting can lead to the development of an almost obsessive relationship with food, where we're almost always thinking about food. Calorie counting is fundamentally based on restrictions and limitations, and this can negatively impact our mindset, shifting it towards one that is grounded in lack as opposed to abundance. A lack mindset is one that is based on a set of self-limiting thoughts of what you do not have, or what you feel you cannot have or indeed achieve. Such a mindset is counterproductive to weight loss. Number 2, calorie counting can also take the pleasure out of eating. Being meticulous over ingredients, quantities and portion sizes can turn eating into a chore. Also, if we happen to falter somehow, somewhere down the line, there's a risk of developing a defeatist, negative internal dialogue, which will be fueled by our lack mindset and will only serve to further hinder our weight loss efforts. Number 3, calorie counting takes the focus away from nutritional content. Whereas a calorie is just a calorie when counted, not all calories are in fact equal. Calories can differ greatly depending on their source. Calorie source relates to the nutritional quality of the calorie consumed. This is important because whole food calorie sources require more calorie-driven energy expenditure to metabolize them and break them down when compared to processed foods that require less energy to break them down. This is called thermic effect. Thermic effect refers to the amount of extra energy needed above your basal metabolic rate to digest and use that nutrient. Protein, for example, has a high thermic effect. So this means that more calories are used to metabolize protein when compared to other nutrients. Therefore, 100 calories, say, of protein consumed equates to fewer net calories absorbed into the body due to the additional hefty processing energy cost. It is also worth noting that certain calorie sources, for example complex carbohydrates and protein, provide a greater satiety response. Now by satiety response, I mean that sense of fullness, and this is also useful when losing weight. Number 4, there is a natural tendency to read labels more when you're counting calories. This often translates to packaged foods because only packaged foods have labels, and packaged foods are often processed. What this means is that calorie counting could result in the consumption of less unpackaged fresh foods that contain better quality calorie sources. It is also worth noting that the calorie content displayed on the packaged foods may not be accurate. This is because nutrition labels do not have to be exact, and are permitted a specific margin of error. And lastly, calorie counting can also result in a tendency to choose low calorie options. And low calorie options often have a higher sugar content. Remember, low calorie does not necessarily mean healthier. Number 5. It is important to keep in mind that it is almost impossible to know the exact number of calories that are actually required by an individual. It is equally difficult to know how many of the calories consumed are in fact being absorbed into your body and therefore used. And calorie counting does not account for natural fluctuations in our caloric needs, nor does it respect the body's hunger and satiety signals. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that for today. Join me next time where we'll go into the alternatives to calorie counting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. See you next time and stay safe.